It's quite simple, which was one of the core tenets of why we launched GroupM Nexus. We took about 1,800 people working on various different platform capabilities across paid, owned, and earned. So what most people consider search, social, programmatic, and commerce, and brought them under one roof with a mission to remove at least the silos on our side, on the agency side, and create one outcome-based culture.
Typically, in an uncertain economy, clients lean into performance metrics, right? What are some best practices or tips for clients that are really trying to continually enhance those campaigns?
Sure. So we talked about this at this event a little bit. It's a bit of a trend, right? We're seeing a little bit of man and machine, the marriage of those two coming together in performance. We also talked about performance needing to evolve. What Nexus believes in is the next generation of performance practitioners. It's not about acquisition. It's not about sales. It's not about lower funnel. It's the numerical certainty in what is going to happen with the media investments. So that's encompassing brand metrics as well as classical performance metrics. There are components, especially with all of the newer capabilities within our platform partners, that's already being accomplished with AI and algorithms. The part that's the extra where we need to focus on is the human ingenuity of why certain things are happening and how different actions correlate to each other.
There's been a lot of talk here about the need for agencies and brands to move away from this reach and tonnage kind of thinking towards a more outcomes-based strategy, but there are challenges inherent. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with some of those metrics, right? That's all they are. They're just metrics. But their reach, impressions, CPM, pricing, these are, if you think about it, they're just a means, right? If you don't connect it, finish the second part of that sentence in terms of what that does to deliver better business outcomes, then we're not really doing our job. And we're at a point where those metrics have reached a point of standardization. We have to move on to the next thing to standardize to do better on media connection to business results.
If you're looking out maybe 5 years from now, how much of your job and your team's job is steering AI tools versus the kind of work that you're doing today, do you think?
It's all of it. We've been involved with AI for at least the last 3 years. We built our own AI capabilities because I do believe this. Ultimately, the most important job a media agency plays is the objective stewards of our clients' best interest, right? So we have to build unique capabilities that can be customized specifically to what they want versus the strengths of particular platforms. Now, that's wonderful. We're in a good point with some of the solutions that we've even created. The part that we need to constantly pressure test ourselves on is what did you instruct the AI to do? Is it doing what you thought it was going to do? If it's not doing that, why is it not doing that? Because there's only one variable in this whole equation, and that's human beings, right? If you understand how to instruct machines, how to interpret the results, you can get to a better understanding of that human relationship with your brands and products.
Lastly, G, there's also been a lot of discussion here about the challenge of breaking through silos, both on the media side and the agency and brand side. How do we get past some of these obstacles?
There's the vision, which is simply, for example, from a senior leadership standpoint, and Kirk McDonald is such a huge believer of this, you have to create an environment where these capabilities, what's typically sat in silos, are forced to kind of like function together. You're taking individual athletes and telling them, you got to learn a team sport now, right? Then it becomes about each of the experts in their own field asking each other, I'm seeing this, are you seeing the same thing? If yes, why do we see the same things? If not, why don't we see the same things? From that, then organically, for example, Nirvana, what clients want, the proactive movement of media decisions, day-to-day decisions on where that investment really should sit, what they should test collectively, just happens. And we've seen that with new clients where we've restructured the teams this way in the last year and a half.